I'm doing a quick video. It's about men taking care of their children. I want to say that for all the people all the men that are taking care of their children, I'm not giving you any praise. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm not giving you any accolades or any type of praise, praising you and saying that you're doing something special, because you're not. You're supposed to do that. But to the ones that are not, I would encourage you with a degree that's in president. I believe that when you do not raise your children, you're doing a disservice not only for your children, you're doing a disservice for their children, because it perpetuates itself. Let's take me for example. I messed up. My first one, I wasn't there. I wish I could go back in time and change that. That's one of the things that eats me up the most. I just was not there, and I don't know exactly how I can undo the damage. I can't go back in time. I can go forward, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out a way to amend broken hearts, amend bad relations. I just want to reach out to the ones that aren't, and say that it's very important to, mainly because women, basically, when you leave your children to women, they really can't raise children by themselves. They really can't. They do a good job. They do the best that they can, but they really cannot do it. They just really can't. Typically, when a father isn't there in the home, especially for boys, they're raised up in a way that they pretty much act like girls. They're women in men's body. Just that alone, without even thinking about it, that's illogical. This is why you have so many thugs out there, niggas in the streets, baggy pants, and everybody doing crime, and they fill up the jail cells, and they fill up the prisons and the graveyards, because we don't have that. They didn't have that man side. They only had the woman side. They didn't have that men rearing. They didn't have that. And it's important, because if you have one to the extreme and not the other the other one, you're unscientific. That's anything. You need to be in an equilibrium situation that is conducive to growth. It's just not conducive to growth at all if you have just a woman's perspective raising a man, especially a boy. That's just detrimental in all aspects. Any way you look at it. Women cannot raise a child. This is, and it's horrible to say that. To even be saying, men, you need to raise your children, and I understand where it stems from, but it doesn't have to continue. It stems from slavery and the abuse and the oppression that we endured, but we don't have to stay there. We can move forward, and we must raise our children correctly, and we must not leave our children in the hands of women only, because they can't do it by themselves. They just can't. They do the best they can, but typically, I think that 90% of all single parents, when a woman is raising the children by themselves, the children turn out to be terrible. Just terrible. Maybe not 90%, I'll say majority, and that's at least 51%. So, again, men, help the woman, even if the woman is just terrible, because women can be an awful thing. You just want to run away sometimes, because women are they're unmanageable. You can't deal with them a lot of times, and it's very difficult to deal with them, and sometimes, or a lot of times. But you just can't run away, because you do more damage to the child than anything. So take care of your children. All right, I'm out.